Welcome to Astricon 2021 Orlando Virtual Conference.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Price. I'm the founder of MarketUS and happy to be here in this virtual meeting for Astricon. And today we're going to talk about the government and your products and services. Very, very explosive topic, especially in these times. Let's look at the agenda. Who am I? You're going to find that out. I'm a service-disabled Vietnam vet, very, very old, and still having fun. Who are you? You're developers, you're resellers, you're manufacturers, and trying to figure out where the next paycheck is coming from. Why are you here? That's the very reason. How can I improve quality of life for my family and my business? What you're going to learn today is a lot. All about what's available to you, where you're sitting right now, why it's important. We've already discussed that because it's quality of life for you and your family. I'm going to show you some examples on how you can increase your revenue by working with state, local, and federal government. And I'm also going to tell you how I can help. And then we'll have the closing. My background, 35 years experience as of August. I'm an edutainer. I made that word up, and I'm sure that you can figure out what it means. I've been a professional speaker for far too many years, but the fun part is I'm the poorest philanthropist you will ever meet. I know the folks in the back of the room are laughing right now saying, I never thought of that one. So from that aspect, we give away more than we take in. We do so much community work. It's just beyond belief. Where do you sell your products and services now? How do you generate income? How do you help your family? Are you selling to commercial? Probably. Different companies say, I need you to come in and do fill in the blank. Are you selling to the government? It's actually not as hard as everybody thinks. Are you selling to state? I happen to be in Florida, so I'm going to show you some examples of what you can do just in Florida alone. But what now? That's the magic question. I did a little research before I put this presentation together, and having worked with GSA and VA for the last 35 years, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity on both sides. Not so much VA for this menu because it's mainly medical supplies, but on the IT and voice over IP section, there's a tremendous amount. This is a sample that was taken probably about a week ago. And these are companies, just a small sampling of probably 79. I just grabbed the first couple. Does anybody recognize the top name, VoIP Supply? If you don't, they are owned by Sangoma, the host of this virtual event. They're doing business with the government and they're making money. I'm not that familiar with the rest of the companies that are there, but VoIP Supply is a Sangoma subsidiary. Here's a current sample of some of the what's called set-asides. Set-aside is strictly for woman-owned or veteran-owned, or in this case, small business. Only small businesses can go after these particular programs. Now, these were last updated May of 2021, 19 of May, But if you notice, throughout all of them, you'll see one word, VoIP. That's why we're here today, voice over IP. There's an organization that I didn't know about for the longest time and finally found it because I generally, myself, don't do business with the government or with states. National Association of State Procurement Officials. And of course, having come from DC for 33 years, you have to have an acronym, NASPO. There's the website. You go to that website and choose your state. I'm going to choose Florida. This young lady, Roz Ingram, is the Director of State Purchasing. She's your gatekeeper. If you're in Florida or if you're Alabama or if you're in Seattle, Washington, and you want to do business with Florida, this is the young lady you need to be talking to. There's all of her contact information, including her email address. I'll tell you more about how you're supposed to send an email later on. These are all the programs that Florida offers. They have the state directory, the marketplace, on and on and on. And I'm going to share a little tidbit with you. If you have a GSA contract, like one of our clients and usually a speaker at all of the Astricons, Corey McFadden from Veneto, we did his contract 3 years ago. His first order was upwards of $500,000 just selling phones to the government. Do I have you excited yet? I can see the people in the back room laughing. How does it work? If you have a GSA contract like Corey does, he was able to go to, I'm not going to divulge the name of the client, it would happen to be a university in this case. They looked at his GSA contract, looked at what they were looking to buy. Because it was on GSA contract, it qualified under what's called Trade Agreements Act. We commoners mostly know it as the Buy America Act. All of that equipment qualified as not necessarily made in the USA, but final production was in the USA. So now the states can actually buy from your GSA contract, or they can use the contract to get the terms, conditions, and pricing. Many, many programs allow this to happen. I have to tell you a story. I have to take you back to 1986, August 12th, the day I started the company. We didn't have internet. I don't even believe we had fax machines then. I remember finally buying one either that year or later, the next year. So you had to do things the old-fashioned way. You had to use the phone. You had to call somebody. We didn't have voice over IP yet, so it was called POTS. Everybody knows what that is. Or Ma Bell, your choice, if you want to go that way. I picked up the phone as I was paging through PC Magazine, which was not a magazine at the time, it was a tabloid. Inside the front cover was a little guy that nobody's ever heard of in Austin, Texas, Michael Dell. I picked up the phone, he answered. We got talking. I said, you know, you make good PCs and they're cheap. He was selling a completely configured, and I'm trying to remember, it was called a AT, whatever, I can't remember what it stands for, but he was selling it for $13.95 with a keyboard and a mouse. IBM was selling the exact same machine for $42.95. But remember, many, many years ago, nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. If you buy IBM now, you will get fired. So Michael flew me down to Austin, picked me up at the airport, went over to Headway Circle headquarters. We sat at the conference table. 3 people, himself and 2 guys he had hired from, guess who? IBM. We signed a contract. I did his first GSA contract in '86 and did the renewal in 1987. In 1985, his total revenue was $72,000. His first year revenue on contract with no salespeople, just the phone ringing, $6.2 million. Want to hear the second year? Mind-boggling. $13.4 million with no salespeople. We all know how this story ends. 1.6 billion, I believe, last year. So it works. And first thing he did when he got his contract is he drove over to the state capitol in Austin, and they gave him a state contract based on his GSA contract. So throw that into the $1.6 billion of revenue. So it works. We're going to have Q&A time after this particular presentation is over. And there's only 3 more slides, so don't get excited. I know you want to go to lunch. We're going to let you out early to go to lunch. Lunch is 11:45. I'll be done long before 11:30. And then we'll do the Q&A. Here's some contact info. I keep my presentation short because I got 2 surprises for you coming next. You want the contact info? You have your phone nearby? I'll pause a few seconds. Take a picture of the QR code. And as they say on TV, but wait, there's more. You want to copy the slides? Shoot it. It'll take you right to the full presentation. That's all I have for now, and I really appreciate you attending, and I can't wait for the Q&A. Thank you so much for attending.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon.